Welcome to today's Explainer. There's this really fascinating and, let's be honest, kind of frustrating moment in every professional cybersecurity journey. It's where the theoretical finally hits the deeply practical. You've spent countless hours mastering the technical skills, learning the tools, understanding the threats, securing the systems, the whole shebang. But then comes the ultimate boss battle, actually convincing a company to pay you for it. Day 58 is that absolute crucial bridge between learning your technical skills and actually landing a job in this wildly competitive cybersecurity space. Today, we're taking the source material for this crucial phase and translating it into a clear visual roadmap. Here is our exact 5-part blueprint that we're going to conquer today, treating these topics as a chronological journey through the hiring pipeline. First up, welcome to Day 58. Second, crafting an ATS resume. Third, digital professional portfolio optimization. Fourth, mastering the interviews. And finally, we'll wrap up with the cybersecurity portfolio project. All right, let's jump in. Section 1, welcome to Day 58. Okay, let's dive into this because honestly, you really need to look at this curriculum not just as another day on a syllabus, but as your definitive job market survival kit. The transition from being a student or a self-taught enthusiast to a hired professional is exactly where most people get stuck. They've got the knowledge, sure, but they totally lack the packaging. Now, these bullet points represent the absolutely essential building blocks of your journey from an unknown candidate to a hired professional. I mean, how do you actually become a known entity? It's through this exact combination: your ATS resume, your GitHub portfolio, your LinkedIn optimization, crushing both technical and HR interviews, and having that killer cybersecurity portfolio website. Think of it like a giant puzzle. If even one of these blocks is missing or kind of weak, the whole structure of your job hunt can just collapse. But when they're all locked in together, boom. You transform from an unknown applicant in a stack of hundreds into the undeniable professional they are actively looking to hire. Section 2. Crafting an ATS resume. This brings us right to the very first obstacle in the job hunt: getting your foundational paperwork perfectly aligned. So, an ATS resume. Basically, this is a document formatted specifically for applicant tracking systems. And mastering this topic, it's entirely about getting past the robotic gatekeepers before a human being ever even lays eyes on your application. Get this, nearly 75% of resumes are rejected by these systems right out of the gate. Crazy, right? You could absolutely be the most talented threat analyst out there, but if your resume is packed with complex graphics or weird PDF formatting, the system just parses your information into this garbled text, and you get an automated rejection email at 2 in the morning. Building an ATS-friendly resume means completely stripping away all that visual noise. You gotta focus purely on clean, structured data and hitting the exact keywords from the job description. Simply put, you have to beat the machine before you can meet the human. Section 3, digital professional portfolio optimization. So once your private paperwork phase is sorted, we transition into establishing your public digital footprint. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is the clear contrast here. I want you to think of these as the two sides of your professional coin. GitHub showcases your raw technical proof. This is exactly where the senior engineers and technical leads are going to snoop around. They want to see your clean Python scripts, your network maps, your well-documented README files, basically proof that you can actually walk the walk. On the flip side, we have LinkedIn. That's your professional network and your personal brand. This is where the recruiters, HR managers, and your future peers are going to find you. Optimizing LinkedIn means having a crystal clear headline, detailing your learning journey, and actually engaging with the cyber community. GitHub proves your technical competence. LinkedIn proves your professional communication and cultural fit. You absolutely need both of these optimized to perfection. Section 4, mastering the interviews. Now we're moving the narrative forward, right into the high-stakes human interactions of the hiring pipeline. Let's break down these two distinct interview hurdles from the curriculum because they test entirely different sides of your professional readiness. First up is the HR interview. Now, the recruiter isn't usually going to ask you how to prevent a SQL injection. That's just not their job. They want to know, are you reliable? Are you passionate? Can you explain really complex things simply? Then you cross over into the technical interviews. Honestly, this is a completely different beast. Now you're talking to the actual practitioners. They're going to grill you on your networking knowledge, your understanding of the current threat landscapes, and they might even put you through some hands-on scenarios. The trick is that you have to adapt your communication style depending on where you are in this pipeline. You speak to HR about value and teamwork, but you speak to the tech team about protocols and problem solving. Section 5, Cybersecurity Portfolio Project. We finally arrived at the final stage of Day 58.
which is the absolute ultimate proof of your competency.
And this brilliantly illustrates exactly what sets top-tier candidates apart from the rest of the pack: building your dedicated cybersecurity portfolio website. This is the capstone project that ties all your learning into one tangible deliverable. Think about it. Instead of just telling an employer, hey, I know how to secure network or analyze malware, you literally hand them a single URL. You give them a beautifully organized, secure website that details your methodologies, your project outcomes, and your continuous learning. It proves your initiative, it proves your technical skills, and let's be real, it makes the hiring manager's job incredibly easy because all the evidence of your greatness is housed right under one roof. So, we've covered the complete pipeline today, all the way from those robotic gatekeepers of the ATS to the human element of interviews, right up to the ultimate proof of a portfolio website. But understanding the steps is only half the battle. Actually executing them is what lands you the job. So I want to leave you with this provocative question based on everything we've looked at today. I want you to reflect for a second. Look closely at your current resume, check your GitHub, your LinkedIn, and your projects. Is your portfolio truly ready for the realities of the real world, or is there a weak link in your chain that you need to fix today? Take these concepts, apply them rigorously, and watch how your job market reality changes. Thanks for joining me for this explainer, and I'll catch you on the next one.